If you thought the going extinct dinosaur Legacy Media was going to give up on Snow White just yet, well, think again. It turns out that even though it has been wiped out by Minecraft and Jack Black, the shills are doing what they do best and trying to will Rachel Zegler to a win. There is none there to be had, so now they've gone so far as to make up imaginary stats telling you it's a top 10 movie. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pro Channel. Happy Monday to one and all. Welcome to the place that heeds the call every single day to bring you the entertainment news in a way that exposes the truth and exposes the Holly weirds. As we get started, folks, we only ask that you click the like button and let's dive into the imaginary numbers they're inventing so that they can pretend Snow White is a big, big win. All right, check this out. It's from The Wrap. It says, Snow White still climbs among top 10 titles that consumers are most excited about despite box office woes.
Wow.
Okie dokie. Here's the list.
I followed up on the
screen share.
Wow. Okay. I think that when you just look at the list and you see what is out this year, that explains everything.
I followed up on this tweet, Andre, because this went out in tweet form, laughing at them. I'm like, dude, who paid you to write this dumbness? I cannot believe how stupid this is. You look corrupt if you write the headline like that.
Well, I kind of get it though, because it's kind of true, but it's only because there aren't 10 cool things coming out this year to be excited about.
Well, you know, this reminds me of parent analytics, right? Because there are certain statistics and certain data grabs that they don't mean anything. Who cares? Like, if you're not making money, then who cares? And if you tell me that something is exciting or trending or hot or whatever, if it's not enough for people to go see it, then who cares? It's like a poll 2 weeks before election that shows Kamala Harris is winning by 10. It means nothing. And I don't care how you derived it. I don't care, you know, if it's measuring online buzz. I don't know what online buzz even is. I don't know how to quantify it. And I certainly don't know how to monetize it. Neither do these people. Number 1, Wicked. Number 2, Snow White. Number 3, The Last of Us. Number 4, Stranger Things. Listen, if Minecraft is down there at number 8, if Minecraft doubles Snow White in revenues,
then
who cares? But this is what they've been driven to. This is
parent analytics.
No, it's relish mix, probably, I would guess, but maybe not.
Yeah. But it's just as bad as parent analytics.
Oh, it's worse. It's relying on bologna sausage because, I mean, honestly, you didn't get there yet. But NCAA Madness, NBA basketball or NCAA basketball pro, we both know based on viewership alone that this chart's bologna sausage. Because the March Madness this year drew just enormous numbers of humanity to view it, and nobody went to go see, Snow White. And Wicked had a target audience that was exactly what you expected, and it got exactly those earnings. When I look at numbers like that, it's offensive. And Andre and I have been going, and Tom have been going at this parrot analytics garbage forever. And all this is like, okay, this is a big buzz. A big buzz to who? People who have money and will go, or a big buzz to people who want to be seen as cool and aren't.
I think they're imaginary friends. I think this stuff is there to comfort the losers. Go ahead, Tom.
Well, as we learned from Parrot Analytics, they just track internet traffic, right? They don't actually track what is said, right? So it could be hashtag, because we learned this during Discovery. So it could be something like hashtag Star Trek Discovery sucks, right? And they're tracking that as engagement.
Yes.
And so you could be getting a bunch of tweets about making fun of Snow White, which there have been a lot of memes and other things about Snow White, especially, I would say in the last few days about how Working Man is kicking Snow White's butt. there's plenty of memes about that. So, I mean, even Chuck Dixon himself put a meme up of Jason Statham kicking Snow White in the face. So, I mean, these things count, and I'm sure that there was a little uptick because of that. So, yeah, if you want to twist these analytics to say what you want them to say, they'll say whatever the hell you want them to say. And pardon my French, right, Culture?
No, it's
exactly.
It's like losing. It's like losing in a football game, but you had the most. I don't know. You had the most
yards. You had the most yards.
It's worse than that because it's not real. So it's like you had the most yard potentiality.
Yes.
And people say, what the heck is yard potentiality? It's like, well, on every single play, they had the biggest opportunity to get some potential yards. It's like,
I'll help you out here. It's like playing a single match and saying you came in second in the tournament.
Okay, good. Now, let me read this real quick. Screen Share, a data partnership between Screen Engine, ASI, and The Wrap, tracks the top 10 most mentioned entertainment options. Okay, so that's where they're getting it from. Now, what? Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, just because you're mentioned doesn't mean it's good. But anyway, top 10 most mentioned entertainment options every week. So this is basically Parrot Analytics, the same idea. And whether each has gained or lost momentum compared to the prior week. The chart lives on the data and analysis page of the Wrap Pro Members Hub. Well, let me tell you, there's no better way to get people to leave your Wrap Pro Members Hub than to put Snow White as the number 2 thing trending, and everybody knows it's a dumpster fire. So have fun with that. Have fun with advertising that.
Sorry. I keep.
No, I was just going to ask. Like, my question is like, why come out and defend this film this hard in this way when everybody knows you're just full of it? Especially when you look at those box office receipts, and definitely compare them to Minecraft, which will probably more than double Snow White's box office potential, as we had just learned. Go ahead, Culture.
It's protect the bubble, protect the bubble, protect the bubble. Save the safe space. Keep our viewers, our readers coming back. We'll tell them what they want to hear.
Yeah. Well, it's not about saving face in front of everyone else. Never mind the rest of the world. It's about saving face for themselves inside of the bubble. That's what it's all about. It's like justifying their own actions to themselves and to their peers within the bubble. Never mind the rest of the world. The rest of the world can see straight through this. I mean, we did a video yesterday with even a Norwegian newspaper tearing Hollywood a new one. So everyone else can see. This is just about saving face inside of the bubble to maintain their illusion and false reality there. There's no more to it.
I think there's that, and something else that you're fond of saying, or you and Tom are fond of saying, it's they need these numbers to protect their jobs, because oftentimes these producers or the people that are making the green light decisions need to cover their backsides, because they made the political choice, not necessarily the best business choice when green lighting these projects. And here's the other problem. One of the reasons we were getting such garbage is because the readers that for these scripts are already compromised individuals with a compromised mind virus already built in to their script reading. So when they see something that aligns with the political views they were indoctrinated into, they pass it up to the decision maker, who might read coverage, doesn't actually read the script, and makes a decision based on a recommendation of this new college kid that came in that's supposed to be hot poop. So, I mean, it is what it is.
One thing I'll say, though, the guy who greenlit this movie is no longer at the Disney company.
You're right.
Sean Bailey was in charge of Disney live action. He famously came in at Tron Legacy, had an accidental hit on his hands with, of course, they want all things to be hits, but had a surprise hit on his hands with Alice in Wonderland starring Johnny Depp and directed by Tim Burton that after. Was a surprise. Yeah. Well, at the time, I don't think anybody really anticipated how big the 3D craze was going to be at that moment. And he just kept going and going, and the movies got worse and worse and worse. Eventually, that guy leaves, and it was the nicest exit that he had from the company. And of course, you can tell that someone was well liked based on how long it takes for people to admit that person wasn't doing a great job. And David Greenbaum, the first thing he came in and said when he got the job to replace him, and also covering everything else Disney that is actually live action, not just Disney live action remakes, was, we're not going to make a movie just because but it was something in effect of, the first question should be, should this movie exist? So I don't think that Greenbaum has to take any responsibility for this film. So this is strictly a company matter at this point. I think this is a Bob Iger ego thing at this point.
Well,
go ahead.
I was going to say, there was a story, I can't remember who put it out. I think it was Variety. I was just trying to find it here, but I couldn't find it. But there is a bit of a fear going through Hollywood right now of the people that are losing their jobs are the ones who probably should have been losing their jobs to begin with. As we've seen, Jennifer Sulky, just got exited out of Amazon. There's rumors going around that Pam Abdi and Mike DeLuca are going to get the boot already over at Warner Brothers. So maybe there's some people in the upper areas that are kind of worried right now, because there seems to be a bit of a wash in Hollywood of where we need to get rid of some of these folks who put us in these positions in the first place. I think is kind of the idea going into this. I could be wrong, but maybe there's somebody below Bob that might be a little worried about this. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, would that be Bergman then? Do you think
it would be the only person, because Dana Walden's in a protective bubble right now.
I don't see them going after Alan. Alan had nothing to do with this.
You mean Alan Horn?
Yeah. Alan Bergman.
Poor Alan Bergman at this point. I mean, he just has to accept whatever slop that his studio heads send his way, I feel like. And Bob Iger's going to countermand or going to override whatever his decisions are anyway.
Well, Bob Iger's watching every movie 17 times, so.
No, he isn't.
The reason I bring up Alan Horn is because I think a lot of the success with those kind of earlier, live action adaptations was because of Alan Horn. Yeah.
Yeah, so Alan Horn for live action and the other things. No, Vash, you're on the right track. I mean, Ike Perlmutter is really the person you should credit for the success of Marvel early on. I mean, we can go down a list of people who deserve the recognition of the success, and then what happened immediately after they, started to ignore them, take power away from them, or dismiss them.
Well, what was the very first action that Bob Iger took when he returned, when he kicked Chapek out of the House of Mouse?
I know.
Vash, what was the very first action Iger took?
The very first thing he did was fire Kareem Daniels.
That's right. The most powerful black man in Hollywood, the guy who was in charge of making sure that the content coming through the Disney pipeline was going to be of high quality and not driving away audiences. Iger's first step was get rid of that man. And the press, the trades, they didn't want to say a single thing about the most powerful black man in Hollywood being unceremoniously fired at like 4 a.m. by Bob Iger. That's where we'll leave it. Helping Hollywood produce a product that you want to consume. That's what we do each and every day, folks. And this time, it's time to, say goodbye. We know, but don't cry. No, for we will have more videos on the way. We love to bring those videos and that information. And by the way, if you'd like even more, consider going to the Patreon page. It's www.patreon.com/WDW Pro. It's where we put out stuff exclusively there that we simply can't put out in other places for whatever reason, be it because it's too spicy or because, perhaps we're working to corroborate it. But you can find out things early and first over there. Folks, we surely have had a great time spending time with you. Consider clicking that like button, share, subscribe, click it, and stick it to those pesky algorithms. It is the notification bell, and drop a comment right on down below. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun. Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio.
Pineapple pizza.
What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.